Welcome back to the story of my life. How are y'all in the vortex? Probably not too good, right? Because you're stuck in the vortex! Don't mind me while I have my toothpick. The cool thing about transitioning from cigarettes to toothpicks is that a toothpick never goes out. You can have a toothpick anywhere, you know? Pretty tight. Pretty tight being crazy sometimes, because then you can fool yourself into thinking that a piece of wood is actually a cigarette. Imagination, y'all. Imagination. So I've been reading a lot of stuff about my mental illness, and it's very disturbing. It's disturbing that so many people have all the wrong information about it. Because, you know, like, the internet is supposed to, like, help people, you know, learn, right? Like, that's why you spend so much time on your smartphone, because you're so busy learning. I know that I'm, like, a narcissist, and I know that that's probably, like, a very unappealing quality. You know, anybody that, you know, boasts about their personality and how, you know, they're better than everybody else, all because, you know, they don't spend all their time doing this number. You know, I know that's got to be annoying, especially if you're one of those people that I'm referring to that just does that. Then, you know, you're gonna probably, you know, be part of that segment of people in society, which is, you know, the majority of society, that I'm mocking and telling to go kill itself. So I can understand, you know, why you wouldn't want to watch my stuff. Because I probably don't make you feel too good about yourself, right? That's usually what people want. They want some bullshit. They want some lies. They want some fabrication. They want some sugar-coated horse shit. But see, I'm not very good at sugar-coated horse shit. But I can tell myself that a piece of wood is a cigarette. Anyway. So it's very hot outside, but I'm still out here shooting a video because that's how passionate I am, you guys. I'm an artist, and I want you guys to feel me. Somebody's going to notice this eventually. Somebody will, and they'll go, that girl is brilliant. Why doesn't everybody in the whole world know who the fuck she is? Well, because I'm too much of a narcissist to come out of my crazy closet, but now I'm out and about. Jesus, you're crazy. Yeah, totally. Just don't smoke anymore. It's crazy, y'all. I have an admission, though. I did smoke the other day. And I just felt so horrible about it. And, like, my hypochondria is, like, shooting through the fucking roof now. You know? It's like, you have cancer! I just tell myself this shit. It just gives me something to obsess about, you know? It's always me. It's not like people, like, healthy people, you know, obsess. Like, if you obsess about something, that's a good indication that you know, have some sort of psychological issues. Because I'm sure that what you're obsessing about is not very healthy. Even if you think that you're obsessed with, like, your success, and they're, like, you know, just imagining it over and over and over again, and just staying in that world, you know, where, like, you do shit, and, like, people appreciate what you do, and people understand what you do, and, like, that doesn't guarantee anything. You know, I always thought that maybe it would, but at the end of the day, I still haven't done shit, you know? And I can't feel good about that. And so that's why it's very imperative that I keep making these videos in spite of how people might feel about it. I should just do it out of spite, like, specifically out of spite. And, because I hate humanity, you know? And I was thinking about it, because, like, okay, so I was looking up shit. I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. I was looking up shit about, you know, my mental illness, and I figured out that I'm a covert narcissist. I don't meet all the qualifications of narcissism because my empathy levels are way too fucking high. In order to be a narcissist, you have to, like, you know, not give a fuck about anybody. But I do give a fuck. It's just, I give a fuck from over here. I know that I've said this before. I'll say it again because it doesn't matter how many times I say it. People still think I'm schizophrenic or bipolar or multiple personalities. No, I'm telling you specifically what I have, and you're still telling me that I don't have that, I have this, even though you probably know absolutely nothing about fucking psychology. Anyway, I'm pretty convinced that psychiatrists don't know anything about psychology either. I feel like there's always like a disorder that like everybody has, and like pretty soon that disorder is going to be borderline. And it makes sense that it would be borderline considering our obsession with social media. If you're obsessed with your image, you probably have this illness. You might be histrionic. But see, my illness is in the bad quadrant. It's in cluster B. Y'all know about the cluster B disorders? Histrionic, narcissistic personality, borderline, and antisocial. Those are no good. I mean, it's not like any like mental disorder is going to be, good, but those are like really, really bad. But if you're on the quieter side of things, on my level, then that means that you have the potential to do good things, not just bad. And I need to stress this. If I can manipulate people, then I can manipulate a room. That means that I should do comedy. I make people laugh. People think that my speculations are funny, even though other people think that I'm a bitch. But I can't clean myself up. I can't, not say these things that piss me off. Like, it makes so much sense for me to do comedy, and, like, I can't believe that I didn't see this a long time ago, and it's funny because I talk to people that, like, have known me for a long time, and they're just like, wow, like, this is it, Amy, this is it, you finally found it, and I get that, I feel that, and I'm so happy for myself. Because, like, this is the only possibility for my happiness is that, like, if I make it, or whatever the fuck, like, when I'm on a stage, and people are paying attention to me, like, that's the best thing for a narcissist, right? I mean, that way I don't hurt anybody. I just say shit. It's better than, like, me, like, trying to be in a relationship and, cure my fucking loneliness. Like, that's ever gonna fucking happen. Fucking Doug Stanhope has a career. Like, I mean, I feel like there's potential for me. I really do. Because, like, I'm a very angry fucking person. And, like, I know that I've got this, like, ginormous ego. But it's all because of bad things, y'all. It's not because of anything good. It's not because, I'm really talented, Like, I'm a very defensive person. And being a very defensive person means that I'll say funny shit. A lot. It's true. But it's like I'm angry and I don't, like, show it. Nobody has any idea how fucking pissed I really am. It's excruciating to be on this level, to feel so fucking much and not be able to express hardly any of it. And then what I do express freaks people out. It's like, why do you think the borderlines are like the most suicidal of the bunch? It's because nobody fucking understands us. And no, I'm not trying to play the victim here. I'm just saying. They're like, I feel like society's response to us is totally wrong. Like, because there's so much shit. There's so much hateful borderline shit, right? And, like, I get it. Because borderlines are fucking manipulative and, they don't know who they're hurting and they don't care. But for those of us that actually do care, that do take responsibility for our illness, and, like, for example, like, I'm not going to get on fucking Tinder because I don't want anybody to have to deal with this bullshit over here. That's why I'm not going to have a baby because I don't want my baby to have to deal with this bullshit over here. I just think that's wrong. And there's so many people that are, like, fucking narcissistic and, they're codependent and they're really manipulative. And I think that on some level they know it, but they don't care, because they feel like everything's owed to them, and that's wrong. Like, I admit every shitty thing about myself, and I hate it. I used to cut myself all the time. I feel like I cut myself for shit in the future, I'm like, I have a feeling I'm going to fuck shit up repeatedly, so my life is meaningless. It's pretty sad when you have to give your life meaning by doing, like, fucked up things, You're like, okay, I drank my life away for a little while, and now I can teach people a lot with all that, reckless behavior. I can educate people, because that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to educate people about borderline personality in a way that's like both helpful and maybe hurtful. Because society's approach to it is totally fucking wrong. But, society's approach to everything is usually totally fucking wrong. I know I'm right. What I realize is that shrinks are actually for people that don't have psychological problems. Like, if you have a personality disorder, do not go see a shrink, because they're not going to fucking help you at all. Most people are into psychiatry for the totally wrong reason. I'm like, you don't actually want to help people. Like, you want to think that you're helping people. You want to help people that are, like, neurotic, not psychotic, right? Because there are a lot of psychiatrists that don't think that personality disorders are, like, worth a shit, like, they run for the hills. If you say borderline, it's like, I get it. I know I'm fucking obnoxious. You think I don't know that shit? You think I'm not, like, spending every fucking second of the day with myself? Bitch. Like, I'm gonna fucking rant and rave. Like, I've realized this. I'm like, dude, people actually like this shit. I don't know why, but they think it's funny. They think it's cool. They respect you. They're in awe of you. All the shit that you're able to say that they're not able to say because they're too scared. But, here's the thing, y'all. I laugh more than I cry now. I mean, I still cry very, very, very hard. But, I laugh pretty hard too, Like, that's a gift. That's a gift to be able to have that and to be able to give that to other people. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to illustrate the fact that if you're a borderline personality, you don't have to just fuck things up and, like, manipulate people and have really bad sex and tell yourself that it's really good and tell yourself that it's gonna, like, fill that dad-shaped hole. Like, it's not gonna fucking happen, Just accept the fact that you're gonna live and die alone, and try not to get addicted to anything else. So I am trying to help borderline personalities because I don't think that anybody's trying to fucking help you. Like, psychiatrists don't give a fuck about you. There are all kinds of, like, hate-inspired YouTubers that are just, like, like, they just think that we're out to get everybody. And, I mean, it's true, though. Like, I can't disagree with them because I understand. And I've been fucked over by a borderline, classic borderline, quiet borderline. The thing is, though, I'm tired of getting fucked over. Like, I mean, it still negatively impacts me. Because I always, attract people that are like me. And it's like, they don't know that they're as fucked up as me. I think that that's why they're friends with me. Because they're like, oh, I'm not so bad, Like, Amy's really cool in this way. And I really, like, respect that. And I really want to be like that. But I can't be like that because I'm not as cool as her. But she is really, negative and hostile and bitter and aggressive and all that shit in her own way. And, it's good that I'm not like that. I feel like a lot of times people are friends with me because they can, like, one-up me. They always be like, well, I'm not as bad as Amy. You're probably right. Thing is, like, I'm on a special level with it, on the scale, the borderline scale. I'm pretty high. I'm on the highest rung. I'm on the tippy top. I'm just, like, towering above everybody. That's why I got the narcissism, But, it's like if you have all this self-knowledge and it's like you realize things about yourself that you feel like other people, like, don't see and they don't care about, and it's like you watch the same people keep repeating the same behaviors, and then, like, you see yourself in that same kind of boat. Yeah, but just because you see yourself in the boat doesn't mean you can take yourself out of it. That's the problem with it. Yeah, it sucks. But it's just like, I'm going to be painted as, like, a fucking manipulative psycho bitch, all because of the manipulative psycho bitches that precede me, They're, like, gonna try to, take a man for everything he's got, man-eaters. There are so many women, this is why I'm all for abortion, there's so many women that just have babies. They're fucking borderline personalities. They have babies. They bring fucking children into the world. They don't fucking take care of. All because it's just like, oh, this little baby is not gonna leave me. That's fucked up. That is a fucked up reason to have a kid. you think that abortion's wrong? Like, you're a fucking moron. Like, there's so many things that are worse than abortion. Like, it is way worse to have a fucking baby and not even take care of it. Just to be on drugs the whole time, or to, you know, be in somebody else's bed, you know, while your kid's like in you know, watching TV, and like, you know, maybe they're getting molested by their fucking babysitter. It's like, you don't fucking know, like, what's going on, because, like, you're too fucking self-absorbed. And if you're so self-absorbed, why the fuck are you having a kid? Why the fuck are you bringing a child into that fucked up, self-absorbed, you know, fucking, like, narcissistic world that you live in? Like, that's just fucked up. And, like, your kid's probably gonna be fucked up like you are. Jesus, you have a potty mouth. Like, oh my god. Just makes me so mad, man. I know that I'm right about everything. Y'all kiss my ass. It's like, it's so fucked up to do that. Like, it's just, I am all for people being better. I'm all for people being nicer to each other. I'm all for truth, you know? And, like, so many fucking people, especially in this country, would rather just believe the fucking lies that they're fed, you know? And I ain't gonna fucking do that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I refuse. I refuse to lie to you guys. Because I love you, okay? I want to help you. But it's just sad. You know, it's sad that, like, so many people are so stupid and they have no idea. And, like, you try to tell them, they get mad at you. It's like, yeah, you're a fucking moron, man. What else could I do? Like, comedy, seriously, it's the answer. It's the fucking answer. Y'all, so if you got borderline personality, do something creative, baby. Don't just fuck somebody or get addicted to some shit. That's way too easy, you know? And don't you want your life to be difficult? Like, I do get it, though. I feel like a lot of borderlines get addicted to stuff to just make their life a challenge. You know, because they're like, okay, I'm going to dig myself a hole. I'm going to dig myself the biggest, grandest hole that anybody has ever dug. Just so I can tell people how the fuck I got out of it. You know, that's pretty stupid, huh? It's true, though. A lot of people do that. You know, I just want to, like, clear the rubble, you know, just so I can create some more. It's got to be the right rubble, goddammit. See, I've been smoking this toothpick for the past 20 minutes, and it still hasn't gone out, y'all. That is amazing. If you want to quit smoking, talk to me, because I can just say some shit that'll make you feel so guilty that, you know, anytime that you puff on a cigarette, you're just going to want to fucking kill yourself, you know? See, that's the thing about me, is that I'm trying to use my manipulative powers for good, since a lot of people seem to think that I'm just, you know, a psycho bitch. I'm like, fuck that. I'm a good person, considering. I just have opinions that are fucking, you know, strong. Got strong opinions, you know? Like, I got, like, patchouli kind of opinions. You know, they fucking blow your nostrils out. Like that. But that's okay. Like that's what, you know, it's so hypocritical about this country. Is that, you know, you got freedom of speech, but, like, just like the Clash said, like, if you're stupid enough to fucking use it, people are gonna hate you, they're gonna call you a terrorist, they're gonna say that you're a fucking cunt, you know, they're gonna say and do all kinds of mean things, all because they're threatened by the fact that you have an opinion that's different, you know, because you're not like everybody else. And let me tell you something, you guys are the real pieces of shit. So I guess I should probably dedicate this to Doug Stanhope and Bingo. Bingo seems like she's on my level. They both do. They really do. I mean, you got that fucking anger going for you. Very angry. But I'm not just angry. Like, I'm a lot of things, y'all. But I don't think I have a shtick. Like, I was wondering, like, what my shtick is, but I feel like it's gonna change. You know, but that'd be really funny if, like, the toothpick, the fucking, you know, cigarette toothpick was, like, my shtick. That'd be funny. I used to just bring stuffed animals on stage all the time because I felt like those were my only friends in the crowd, in the scene. I hate stuff that's, like, sceney, you know? Like, I'm going tomorrow night. I'm telling y'all this so I fucking do it. But yeah, it's just so sceney. And, like, I don't like stuff like that. I don't want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want people to understand where I'm coming from. I don't just want you to think, oh, cool, her outfit's awesome, you know? I do like being seen sometimes, though. It's like, oh, wow, she did leave the house. That's good. Good for her. We should all give her a round of applause just for the fact she didn't kill herself. Again. I think, like, any suicidal person should get a round of applause every fucking day for the fact that they don't do it. You know? Especially, like, if you think about, like, society's opinion on suicide and, like, how we can't even talk about it. It's like people that are mentally ill are just, like, you know, forced into silence, basically. Those of us that are, like, aware enough about our illness to do something about it, we're still scorned because we're crazy, even though we didn't choose to be this way. And then the rest of us that are fucking shitty, you know, that just manipulate situations and hurt people and take advantage of anyone's, like, good graces. It's like they get to get away with it. Trust me, I know. And I don't think it's fair either, you know? And I've hurt people. I have. I've manipulated situations. I've been that fucking cunt. I've been that. And, you know, I'm not going to try to hide that. I'm not going to try to sweep it under the rug like this country loves to do with fucking any, you know, serious issue. I don't like my country. I don't like my disorder. I mean, there are perks to it, but shit, it's terrible. I'm not going to act like all the people that I don't like. It's like I'll be a hypocrite in all these other ways, but I won't be a hypocrite in that way. You can't control certain things. What I can control, I'll do whatever I can in my power to do, you know, so that I don't have to be like those fucking bitches that I can't stand, you know, that I feel like just take advantage just so they can play the victim for the rest of their lives and not have to take any fucking responsibility for how they affect other people negatively. I do it on a stage, baby. Do it on the stage. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all? Really? That's all you gotta say? Maybe I should say a little more, but I gotta go back to work, unfortunately. So, peace out, Earthlings.